Hey, Soul Fit, Rod here, coming to you from my man cave slash boy cave. Yes, I do have a popcorn machine and a pull-up bar down here. How about that? But I wanted to talk to you today about some practical tips for getting started in social media. It can be a daunting, overwhelming, intimidating landscape at first, but I want to help you break it down just a little bit and focus on a few key things. First of all is the why. We are here because we represent a really, really incredible company that has a tremendous mission of helping to end the trend of obesity. And so while this is a numbers game to a great extent, our charge is to reach out to as many people as we possibly can. Making everyone matter is the campaign that really grounds us to what our real purpose is, and that's making personal connections with people. The folks out there who need help and want that from people that they trust, that they know, and that they believe are committed to them as an individual. And so that has to come through in everything that we do. So getting yourself started, really, really important. It's important that people know what you're doing. No duh, right? But you have to announce that you're a coach and let people know what you're doing, why you're doing it, what your story is. And I think, beginning with your story is really important. So hi, I'm Rod, and I'm a Beachbody coach, and I want to tell you a little bit about why I decided to jump into this new realm where I'm going to have the opportunity to help people. Start with who you are. What were your struggles? What have you been able to overcome? Why did Beachbody matter to you, and what is it meant in your life? How did it help you to achieve whatever those results are? Physical, mental, emotional. And how do you believe that it can help others in that same way? So there's so much depth and richness, and so I would also say don't try to put it all out there at once. You'll kill people. There's so much information that you'll want to share, so many things about you, and so much information just about the company and the products we represent, and all these wonderful things that you always see going on. So break it down into small pieces, but start with you. And at first I would say, less about Beachbody, more about you. People need to know who you are, what you're about, what you're passionate about, and start seeding the Beachbody experience and Beachbody resources and products in over time. It's super important that this isn't a sales pitch. People get sold to every day. Nobody wants to be sold to. They want to see what value you have to offer them. And a big part of the value is you. It's the products come through. The products are a resource to how you are going to deliver value, and that's extremely important. I do marketing as a profession, and if I were to go and try to sell a service every day just as a service without connecting it to the why and how it's going to benefit that person, I would fail. And that's something I've learned over the years. It's something that we all have to understand. So putting up a product and saying, here's the price and you should buy from me, that's a recipe for disaster. You'll get a couple of people maybe who may already have some information about it, but it's a short-term win that could really hamper you long-term. So focus on you. Focus on the challenges that people face. If you're dealing with this kind of an issue, whether it's self-esteem, motivation, kind of loss of self, I want to talk to you. I want to help you understand that there are opportunities out there and there are ways that you can regain that. And then you start to dig into their personal goals, personal challenges at a very individual level, and how you intend to help them and be a partner to help them overcome some of those issues. Challenge groups are huge. You're going to learn a lot more about challenge groups, but that's a really nice way to get started through events, and then of course setting up those private groups. Being brief and brilliant, there's so much information, but we can't jam it all in at once. So we've got to have showstoppers, little bits and bites, and frequency is everything. Consistency is everything. People want to know that you're here for the long haul. So find pictures, find motivational quotes, videos, anything that will help stop people as they're scrolling through their news feed. We are all short attention span individuals now because we're constantly inundated with media. So we've got to cut through, and pictures, videos, things like that will cut through and get people to stop for a second and pay attention to your message. And steal everything. I steal so much stuff from top coaches, from other websites, from coaches in SoulFit and FitFighter and other groups. I want to know what works, and I want to take it and I want to shape it to my personality and my approach, and reuse. There's so much great stuff, and I'm sure not smart enough to come up with all that on my own. So use that. And just a couple of tips, again, for the types of things that you might want to communicate. Tell your story. Tell why Beachbody, what it's meant for you, what it's delivered in your life, how you want to pay that forward, and help people connect with the success that you've had and how to do that, and give very practical tips. This isn't I'm going to work you through a 21-day program and then, hey, bye-bye, you're on your own. It's how are we going to keep things going? So it is, again, creating that personal relationship that lets people know you're there for the long term. And then last thing I think is the consistency piece. So this is something that has been a key learning for me over time, and it's not surprising. It's, again, kind of a no-duh moment. But if you feel like after the first week or the first month or the first 2 months that you're just not getting the traction, stick it out. You will be surprised what people are paying attention to, and people will come to you in their own time. Now, you've got to do your part. You've got to work. You've got to be connecting with people. You've got to be friending new people all the time and expanding your network, asking for referrals, and reaching out very, very personally. So the 3 vital behaviors are vital, but you've got to do your part, but don't give up. Our mission is too important, and my first few months, I was like, man, what am I doing? People aren't paying attention to me, but then, 3 or 4 months in, I got an avalanche. People started to really reach out to me, and you're going to learn, you're going to refine, you're going to get better at what you do all the time. We all do. So accept failure, accept setbacks, treat them as learning opportunities, and get right back in it. It's what we coach people to do for their health and fitness goals, and it's no different for what we're trying to accomplish here. So I welcome any questions. I love to have your feedback. I'm going to steal from you, so feel free to steal from me, and go touch lives, folks. This is really good stuff. Keep learning, keep doing, and I look forward to hearing about all your successes.